Got it.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna try to hop on these guys, okay?
Oh, I wanted to.
We just went to them. Get ready to come for them. Oh, I knocked one of them off! Oh wait, hold up. I don't want to anchor them. I want to run them to the island. And then anchor them. Now they're anchored. Hey, what's up everyone? It's a peaceful night here in the Sea of Thieves, so I figured it was a good time to show the basics of sailing. If you're an experienced pirate and you're like, oh Parker, I already know how to sail, that's great. Show this to one of your friends that maybe is new to the game. Or someone that maybe they just rely on you to do all the sailing and you want them to start picking up some of the slack and they maybe don't know what you're talking about whenever you're saying pull up the sails or we have to turn or lower the anchor. Stuff that's pretty much the basics, but it's good to show off how to do this kind of stuff. So let's talk about the different pieces. This is the wheel. This is obviously, you know, it goes left and right. However, this, when you hear that sound, that means you're in the center. Or you've turned it all the way to the end. Just because it's in the center does not mean it's going to go straight. Sometimes the ship will veer to the left and you'll have to go a bit like this to go straight. Or sometimes it could go to the right and you need to go in the middle like this. Next we have the anchor. The anchor is the main thing you use to pull up the ship. It's the first thing you gotta do if you want to set sail. Every anchor is designed for however many people are on the ship. So if you have 2 people pulling up the anchor, it will go twice as fast. You can do it by yourself, but it will go a lot slower. The bigger the ship, the harder it is to do it by yourself though. So it's best to have your full crew doing it together. Next is the sails. So in order for us to get going, we have to lower the sail length. Now, you see how the wind is going to the left? You want to turn these sails to the left as well. That way you can get as much wind as you can on it. Now sometimes you'll be going a direction where you really won't be getting any wind. And in these cases, it's better to turn the sails towards the wind. It doesn't make much sense, but you actually go faster against the wind in a sloop and other ships if you have it with the face like that. So if you can't get full wind anywhere else, it's best to change the sails so they're facing that way against the wind. Now sometimes you'll be sailing and you'll be in the middle of a battle and you need to turn hard to the left or to the right or something. A lot of people will anchor turn. This is not something I like because what happens is it will anchor you and you can pull up as fast as you can, but there's a moment of when you're vulnerable. And you don't want to be vulnerable while you're in the middle of a battle. Someone could shoot a cannonball and you'll get knocked off and then your ship is just anchored there. And it's all your own doing. The way I like to do it is, if we're sailing, say we want to turn to the right now. If you raise the sails up almost all the way, the more you raise it up, the more you'll turn, but the slower you go. So I usually raise it up to like that. You will turn a lot faster than you were before. On a sloop, this makes a lot more sense. Other ships, maybe the anchor turn would be better, but on a sloop, you should never really anchor turn unless you are completely sure you're safe from being attacked. Alright, next let's talk about this harpoon gun. The harpoon gun is able to pick up stuff, so if you have like barrels in the water, you have treasure, you can pull that up just by shooting and it will retract up. You can also use the harpoon to pull yourself to things. We can have the ship in a bit of a turn, but then once we get close to the rock, we can harpoon it. But you have to be close enough. See how we're not close yet? You can keep trying, of course. Nothing happens if you don't. And sometimes you'll hit things and you won't be able to grab them. But this one we were. So once you grab it, you'll start swinging around it like this. But you need to make sure you let go. If you don't, you'll run into the rock. It's not great usually to use the harpoon gun for this kind of thing. Especially if you're by yourself. But if you have someone that's on the wheel that can switch over quickly, then give it a try. It might be your winning strategy. Especially when you're fighting someone and you need to get away. On bigger ships, it's a lot more important for everyone to know what roles they're doing. I recommend that whoever's at the wheel is called the captain. And the captain will give orders. Because the captain will know, that whoever's at the wheel will know what needs to be done. If I'm at the wheel and I say to you that you need to angle the sails, you would have to run over and get the sails done. On a brig, there's 2 sails, and there's one in the front, one in the back. On a galleon, there's 3. Obviously, it's because there's more people, but those will go faster. So these are just some of the basics about sailing. If you want more advanced techniques, like what ships go fastest with which wind and how to get away with while being chased, I have another video I'll link down at the end for you. However, if you're just starting, try to master these things. Try to go around sailing by yourself for a bit. The best way to learn how to be really good in Sea of Thieves is play solo for a while. If you can be a master at everything while soloing, then you'll be able to master being in any crew. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what other questions you have about Sea of Thieves that you'd like me to make a guide on for a future Play Like a Pro episode. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, y'all.